we have not one, not two, not three, but four of your signees that will join us tonight here on Hacker After Dark. Let me set the scene for you. Coming up in about 20 minutes, Trayon Webb, running back from Trinity Christian, who signed with Florida earlier today, and Jakeem Jackson, a four-star defensive back from Kissimmee Osceola, who signed with Florida today. They are coming up inside of 20 minutes. At the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour, my friend Leon Searcy, the birthday boy, Leon Searcy, we'll have him on to preview the Jaguars and the Jets. At the end of the 8 o'clock hour, two more Gator signees, Jordan Castile, a four-star safety from Orlando, and Jaden Robinson, a four-star linebacker from Lake City, Columbia, both who signed with Florida today, will join us here on Hacker After Dark. And in the 9 o'clock hour, Steve Palazzolo of Pro Football Focus. Going to talk Trevor Lawrence. We're going to crunch the numbers with the folks at PFF. And finally, at the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour, Andy Vasquez up in New York. He's with the Star Ledger and NJ.com. We will get the Jets side of this matchup tomorrow, New York and Jacksonville. So we are loaded. We're glad you're with us every night. Here on Hacker After Dark, we kick it off with a big deal of the night and Dylan Denmark. Let's do that right now.
Time now for the big deal of the night.
What's the big deal?
What is the big deal?
No big deal.
It is a big deal.
On Hacker After Dark.
It's a big game tomorrow night. They're going to get bigger as the Jaguars keep winning. This is a big game. 6-8 Jacksonville going to 7-7 New York. Both teams really need to win. You could argue this game is maybe even a little bit bigger than last week. Last week against an NFC team, this week against an AFC team for tiebreaker purposes and whatnot. I don't like the fact the Jaguars are going up there without Trayvon Walker, without Cam Robinson, and without Foley Fatukasi. All three guys are not going to play. Cam Robinson was put on IR. Trayvon Walker is missing his second consecutive game. Foley Fatukasi is out as well. Now, the Jets have problems of their own. Zach Wilson starts because Mike White is out, so that's a big problem for the Jets. But the Jaguars are going to be lacking on the lines of scrimmage. Guys are going to have to step up like they did last week. Devon Hamilton, Roy Robertson Harris, Arden Key, DeJuan Smoot. They're going to have to play more snaps. They're going to have to play better, and they're going to have to get after Zach Wilson. It's going to be cold. The weather may be a factor. How much did Trevor Lawrence learn in Philadelphia back in week 4, about playing in inclement weather? Remember, that was a disaster. If it's wet up there tomorrow night, we know it's going to be cold. Did Trevor learn from that experience in Philadelphia to be more secure with the football? I'll tell you what else I'm very interested in. Jacksonville has gone from the team that is awful to the team that is clearly the underdog to now the team that many expect to win out and go to the playoffs. How will those expectations be handled? How will Jacksonville perform in the driver's seat, if you will? I'll tell you this right off the bat. No one's ever going to confuse me for ultra-positive Jaguar guy. I like to think that I tell you how it is. I'm honest, maybe in a brutal way. But I give you my opinion, and I very rarely think Jacksonville is going to win games on the road at night. I think they're going to win tomorrow. I really do. I think they're going to win tomorrow. Trevor Lawrence and this offense are just cooking right now. Just absolutely cooking. And I know that Jets defense is good, but there's something to this Jaguar football team. Coming from behind, 2-minute warning against Baltimore. Going for 2 in the win and getting it. And then having Justin Tucker's field goal come up just short. Going to Nashville for the first time since 2013 and winning a game at Tennessee to break that awful streak. And then last week, people say coming from 17 down, and that's true. They did come from 17 down. But they came from 17 down with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You realize that? They were down 27-10 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That makes it all the more impressive. There's something to this team. There's something to win in 3 out of 4 and 4 out of 6, where you look at New York. It wasn't long ago they were 5-2. They've now lost 5 out of 7. Their arrow is pointing down. The Jaguar arrow is clearly pointing up. It's interesting, too. When's the last time the Jaguars won 3 road games in a season? I imagine they did it in 2017. Prior to that, I have no idea. No idea. You probably got to go back at least to when David Garrard was here, 2007, roughly 2008, maybe. Are they going to go and win a second consecutive road game at night? It's hard to win Thursday night road games. It is hard to do that, particularly coming off what a win last week was against Dallas. But again, I think they're going to do it. And I don't like feeling that way. I like thinking they're going to lose. I like being wrong. Excuse me. I like being told I'm wrong. I thought they were going to lose to Tennessee. I was wrong. I thought they were going to lose to Dallas. I was wrong. That's why I don't like the fact that I think they're going to win tomorrow. I like this trend that we're on. News out today in Tennessee that Ryan Tannehill most likely done for the year, according to Paul Kaharski, who is one of the guys certainly in Nashville. He's not just going to throw that out there without some knowledge on the topic. If Ryan Tannehill's out for the year, is Tennessee going to win again? With Malik Willis as their starting quarterback? Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville. Are they going to win again? If Tannehill is indeed done? A lot of interesting things going on. Very, very interesting things. How things are lining up for the Jaguars. Mike White happens to get hurt. The Jets got to go to Zach Wilson. Ryan Tannehill happens to get hurt. It appears the Titans got to go to Malik Willis. Things are seemingly lining up. Can the Jaguars take advantage of it? We'll find out tomorrow night. It is an enormous game. I'll be with you beginning at 3 o'clock with Hayes Carline on the the Wingstop pregame show. Looking forward to that. We got a lot to do. More on the Jaguars and the Jets all night, beginning with Leon Searcy coming up in about 20 minutes. It is the December early signing period. Excuse me. This weather is playing havoc with me. By the way, stay warm out there. You see the forecast in the next couple of days?
Cold.
Saying the coldest Christmas maybe in 30 years. 30 years. Good grief. December signing period, Florida Gator fans. We got 4 of your signees joining us in the next hour. We'll begin in less than 10 minutes. Trayon Webb, Trinity Christian running back, signed with Florida today. Jakeem Jackson, 4-star defensive back, Kissimmee Osceola, signed with Florida today. They're coming up next. Leon Searcy after that. We got a busy night on Hacker After Dark. It's all football all the time. And we're glad you're with us. With Dylan Denmark, the Hacker Ryan Green with you. It is a Wednesday night, a cold and wet Wednesday night in the city of Jacksonville here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
He's the one the defense couldn't do without.
A leader on this defense from day one.
Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game.
Doing yeoman's work again with this defense.
Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Exit is now United Real Estate Gallery. Same leadership, new name. Expect the same great services for buyers and sellers. How about this? 100% compensation plans available for real estate agents. You deserve more? Find your freedom with United. Exit is now United Real Estate Gallery. Pretty incredible. Join UnitedGallery.com to learn more about a career in real estate.
All this month, we're celebrating the grand opening of Liquid Sunshine Car Wash on Southside Boulevard near Hogan Road. Liquid Sunshine uses the most advanced tunnel technology with powerful new vacuums and the best customer experience in town because they care. See for yourself. Visit Liquid Sunshine Car Wash today and give your ride a holiday shine. Gift cards and unlimited wash memberships start at just $10. Family and veteran owned, it's the new Liquid Sunshine Car Wash on Southside Boulevard.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Big family gatherings require a big family meal, and Woody's Barbecue can spare rib you the time and effort with their awesome family feast.
Happy holidays from Woody's Barbecue.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 21st, 1941, in the National Football League Championship, the Chicago Bears beat the New York Giants 37-9, winning consecutive titles.
Love cornhole? Yeah! Then now's the time to order your custom set of quality boards from Mystic Cornhole Company, built right here in Jax. They even carry several lines of pro bags. Visit the shop today and score at Mystic Cornhole Company.
Need cash for the holidays or to pay off credit cards right now? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low rate. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $300 a month. Use that money to pay off high-interest credit cards or consolidate other debt or even start a home improvement project. With Loan Pronto, you can access up to 95% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. Even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Do it now before the holidays. Call Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. You could use that extra cash for the holidays, and you can get it with Loan Pronto. Also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound and Security is looking for you now. You'll start at $20 an hour or more, and you can qualify for a $1,000 signing bonus. Tired of that warehouse or food industry job? Try working for Tyson Sound and Security. They will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply. 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security is an equal opportunity employer. 762-1000.
This holiday season, unwrap a brand new Dreamfinders home. You'll enjoy everything that makes the holidays merry and bright with family and friends in an expertly built, energy-efficient Dreamfinders home. What could be better than calling one of St. Johns County's magnificent communities such as Shearwater, Beacon Lake, or Silverleaf home as 2022 comes to a close and an exciting new year begins. Plus, with an interest rate lock special from Dreamfinders Homes, the timing is perfect to be in a gorgeous move-in ready home. Happy holidays to all from Dreamfinders Homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
This is Hayes Carlyon for Kingfish Pest Control, a local family-owned business that specializes in pest, termites, mosquito, and rodent prevention. I tell you what, when I got my new home, I had to put on my reporter's hat Find out who really is the best, and it turns out there's no competition. Kingfish provides exceptional service and treats me like a valued customer, not just an account. That's why I wholeheartedly recommend Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Coverage of college football's early signing period on 1010XL is brought to you by the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell.
Back here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville, we are glad you are with us. One of the big national signing day here in the month of December. Prospects in Northeast Florida is now a Florida Gator. Trayon Webb, the running back of Trinity Christian, he joins us here on 1010XL. Trayon, how we doing?
I'm doing good.
Trayon, congratulations, man. It was a long time coming. I know this recruiting process for you started years ago when you started receiving your first offers. What is today like now that the process has officially come to an end?
It's just a blessing. It's been a long time coming. I've been going through the process for a little minute. So just for it to finally, just be accomplished and just all my hard work paying off is a blessing.
You know, I want to get into, obviously, Florida. Gator fans certainly want to hear from you. But quickly, let's talk about Trinity Christian. I mean, the career you had there, the state championships that you had there, obviously it did not end this year the way you would have hoped. But when you look back in totality on your time at Trinity Christian, what are your greatest and fondest memories?
Just going out there and making plays for my team, just doing what I can to help my team win. Like you said, it didn't end how we wanted it to end this year, but I'm thankful for the other state championships that I did win. So I'm grateful for my time at Trinity.
You know, you played with some terrific players at Trinity. You obviously had Verlin Dorminey there as your head coach. Every time I talk with Coach Dorminey, he can't say enough positive things about you. What was your relationship like with Coach Dorminey at Trinity Christian?
It was like a mentor relationship, father-son relationship, really everything. You know, he great man. You know, pretty cool. Dorminey, he just made you want to play hard just for him. You know, just going out there and just playing and giving them your all just for Coach Dorminey. You know, it was always a blessing. You know, coming in, I always looked to try to play for him. He was kind of like a legend in my eyes. So being able to just play for him and make plays for him, you know, it was special.
Trayon Webb of Trinity Christian, soon to be at the University of Florida. Trayon, you could have gone anywhere, man. You had schools left and right recruiting you for years. What was it about Billy Napier? What was it ultimately about the Florida Gators?
Just the relationship with the coaches, you know, just academics. That was a big part of it, too. You know, just being a Gator, you know, you kind of grow up, especially in Jacksonville, you kind of grew up knowing the Georgia Bulldogs and Florida Gators. So being able to play for any one of those teams was just a blessing.
You know, obviously this season did not go the way that Florida fans hoped it would have gone, but I think it's clear when you see what Billy Napier is doing with his staff, right, with recruiting, the brand new football facility, getting players like you, getting players like Jaden Rashada that are coming in. I mean, clearly the arrow appears to be pointing up there in Gainesville.
Oh yeah, like I said, he's laying the foundation. I mean, it's not going to take 1 year for everything to turn around, especially with a program like an Alabama or Georgia. It's going to take years to build that foundation and to build off of that. So, you know, I feel like we're going in the right direction. The foundation being laid.
You know, I've asked you this in the past, but for people that haven't heard those conversations, you have personal interaction with Coach Napier. Gator fans that are listening right now, they don't get that personal one-on-one interaction. What kind of guy is he, Trayon? What do you like about him?
He's just a great man. You know, he's a reflection of all the coaches he's been around. So he coached up under Dabo Swinney, under Nick Saban. So he's coached up under some great men and great individuals and great coaches. So he kind of reflects all of the coaches that he's just coached up under. You know, he's just a family first guy, team first guy. He wants to make sure all his players are taken care of because he feels like if his players taken care of, they will play hard. So he's all about the team.
A couple of more for Trayon Webb, who signed on the dotted line today with the University of Florida. Trayon, you're not going to Gainesville alone from our area. Roderick Kearney from Orange Park, Sharif Denson, Bartram Trail, also headed to Gainesville. Clearly, Florida has made the Jacksonville area a priority. What's your thought on Kearney and Denson both going with you down there to Gainesville?
I'm glad I'm not the only one coming down there to Gainesville. I'm ready to play with them guys. You know, they're some dogs. You know, they great young men. Just like I feel like I'm a great young man too. So I'm just ready to get to work with them guys.
Trayon, as we wrap up, I've had the benefit of watching you play live, watching your tape, but there are some Gator fans that did not make it out to Trinity Christian. Maybe they've seen highlights of you, but what type of running back are you? How would you describe your game? What are the Florida Gators getting with Trayon Webb?
Just a playmaker with a ball in his hands. Anytime I can try to make impact on the game, I do it any way I can. And just really, like, I'm one of those guys. I know I get stronger as the game goes. So if we just keep feeding a guy like me, or if I just see open, I'm just hit it and just do everything I can to help my team win.
What's life like for you now? When do you head to Gainesville?
I leave to go to the All-American game January 2nd. I'm going to be there for a week, and then I come back and I check in to Gainesville January 8th.
Wow, it is right around the corner. You'll be enrolled in classes. You'll be on the practice field, and you will be ready to go. Final question, Trayon. I mean, it's such a big day for not only you, but I know your family ties with D. Webb, certainly, and your parents, your mentors. What was it like for your family and friends to finally see this thing come to fruition?
Just like I said, it's a blessing. Everybody happy. You know, it all came pretty fast. You know, it's been a long process, but it also did come pretty fast. You know, like I said, we all just ready to get to the next level. You know, just continue on the journey.
Trayon, you've been one of the best players in Northeast Florida that we've seen in quite some time. A terrific high school career. Every time I've called you or texted, you've always been kind enough to join me, man. I really appreciate that. Best of luck at the University of Florida, and there's no doubt we will be watching, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to Trinity Christian running back Trayon Webb for joining us here on the Farah and Farah phone line. Of course, Trayon from Trinity heading down to the University of Florida. He is the third player from Trinity Christian to head to Florida in the last couple of years. He'll join wide receiver Marcus Burke and offensive tackle Austin Barber that are already in Gainesville from Trinity Christian. Now let's welcome in on the Farah and Farah phone line a four-star cornerback from Kissimmee, Osceola. I had the chance earlier today to catch up with four-star corner Jakeem Jackson. Our signing day coverage continues here on 1010XL in Jacksonville, of course, the home of the Florida Gators in the city of Jacksonville, and they got a big one from down in the Kissimmee area that is signed on the dotted line today. Jakeem Jackson, one of the newest Florida Gators in the class of 2023, and Jakeem joins us here on 1010XL. Jakeem, how we doing?
I'm good. How about yourself, sir?
Jakeem, we're good, man. Thank you for the time, and boy, what a day. As you signed today with the University of Florida, just take us through the emotions. I know it's been a long process, ultimately ending today with you officially becoming a Gator.
It was a rough process, you know. Even after I committed, you know, we had schools still pushing to try to get me, but nothing's really changed after I've been to Florida a couple times. So I was always locked in, so it's a good feeling.
Jakeem, what was it about Billy Napier and the University of Florida that led you in that direction?
You know, it's a new staff. They're going to come with new things, new good things. And, you know, we built a good relationship. Not only just me, but my parents. And, yeah, so feel good about them.
You know, you look at this class, Jakeem, I mean, you being in the secondary, so many guys in the secondary, both at corner and safety. We got one right here in Sharif Denson from Bartram Trail that's about to be one of your teammates down there in Gainesville. What is it like to be part of such a good defensive back class?
It's a good thing, you know, because you play with elite players, so they only going to get you better during practice and everything. So it's just a blessing playing with good players like them.
A couple of more for Jakeem Jackson out of Kissimmee, Osceola. He signs today with the University of Florida. Jakeem, for Gator fans that are listening right now that haven't seen your tape, haven't seen you play live, they've heard a lot about you, but maybe haven't seen you. What type of player are you? How would you describe your game?
I play smart. I play physical, and I play with a lot of speed to help me throughout the whole game.
You know, you just became a Florida Gator today. I mean, you're going to play in front of 90,000 at the Swamp and in the Southeastern Conference. I mean, what does that feel like?
The SEC is like you're playing with the best of the best. So, like, you got all the fans coming, so that's really turning you up to play. So, and I'm ready for that.
Final moments here with Jakeem Jackson of Kissimmee Osceola. You know, you mentioned Billy Napier, also Corey Raymond, who's about to be your position coach. Jakeem, a lot of Gator fans that listen, you know, they get to see these guys give, you know, speeches and press conferences, but they don't get the one-on-one interaction with the coaches that you do. I mean, describe them to Gator fans. How would you describe what you like about both Corey Raymond and Billy Napier?
They check up on you and everything. And Coach Raymond, he got a good resume on producing a lot of first rounders. And so I feel like I should be one of the next ones to come out first rounders. So I trust him with his coaching and everything and discipline and all that. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
You know, final questions, Jakeem. You know, you look at the ranking boards, and you're considered to be among, you know, the top 100 players in America. Have you stopped during this process and kind of thought about that? You know, just kind of your hard work and everything you've done to get to this point and just how highly thought of you were during this process?
Oh, yeah, it really hit because I remember I was like, earlier this year when I first got recruited, like on my 24/7 Sports account, I was like the number 606 player in the nation. And now I'm top 100, so that's really a blessing. But, you know, I stick to the script, kept working, kept bettering myself every day, be disciplined on myself, and I had a lot of high expectations for myself. So I just followed that process throughout this whole thing, and yeah, worked out pretty good.
It's a special day for you. It's also a special day for your family, your friends, your inner circle. What does today mean for them?
It means a lot for them because I'm the first player to go. I'm the first football player to go to college in my house. You know, I had an older brother, but it didn't work out. So I'm the first one. So it really meant a lot, you know, because all the hard work and sacrifice my parents did, you know, you can't let them down. So yeah.
Jakeem, final question. A lot of Gator fans up here in Jacksonville are very excited about you coming. You have a message for them? Anything you want Gator fans to know?
I'm just ready to work and be great up there. Let's do it.
What's your plan? Are you arriving in January?
Yeah, I'm moving January 8th.
Well, Jakeem Jackson of Kissimmee Osceola, one of the newest Florida Gators, as he signs on the dotted line today for the class of 2023. Jakeem, congratulations on a terrific high school career. Best of luck at the University of Florida, and we'll certainly be watching you there in Gainesville.
All right, appreciate you, man, for real.
There you go. Thank you to Trayon Webb at Trinity Christian, Jakeem Jackson of Kissimmee Osceola. We'll bring you conversations with two more Gator signees later on tonight. Jordan Castile of the Orlando area, a 4-star safety, and Jaden Robinson of Lake City, Columbia, a 4-star linebacker, who also both signed with Florida earlier today. But it's all about the Jaguars and the Jets right now, less than 24 hours from kickoff up at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Let's talk to the birthday boy, Leon Searcy. You hear him every day on XL Primetime. He's my co-host on the Fifth Quarter, and he always is kind enough to join us here weekly on Hacker After Dark. We're going to preview Jaguars Jets with Leon Searcy next on a Wednesday night here in Jacksonville. It's Hacker After Dark.
Spreading sports and holiday cheer.
I think if we really try hard, we can maybe have the best Christmas we've ever had.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from 1010XL.
The last thing you want to be dealing with this holiday season is a septic emergency. Plan ahead and schedule to have your septic tank pumped out now. Our wonderful team at Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is standing by and ready for your call. We'll get your septic tank pumped out right away, giving you one less thing you have to worry about this holiday season. Check out our reviews online and give us a ring today. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
The Jacks Police Athletic League inaugural 5K and Fun Run is Saturday, January 7th at Ed Austin Park on Monument Road. Register at jackspalsports.org.
There's a critical need for all blood types. Please consider donating at a local blood donation center.
If Hurricane Ian affected your business or home, the Small Business Administration may have assistance for you. Call 800-659-2955.
If you know someone with cancer and no insurance, call the U.S. Uninsured Helpline at 800-234-1317.
If you're between ages 16 and 24, you can learn a career in construction, electrical, plumbing, or masonry with free training from the AMI Kids Florida Registered Pre-Apprenticeship Program. Call 576-7337.
If you're involved in a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, find out how at 1010XL.com.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Santa told me that you've been thinking about a Y membership, but not really sure how it works. So come check out the Y for free. Every Friday this month, the Y is free. That means you and your buddies and your spouse and your kids can all take advantage of free Fridays at the Y. More than just a gym, the Y is a community where you develop relationships, achieve your goals, and belong to something bigger than yourself. This month, Fridays are free, so find your Y.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating Micah Andrews, senior soccer player at Stanton College Prep. Micah is president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and is a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Micah.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Dave Benyon here with Zero Res. Did you know that Zero Res does an excellent job of cleaning commercial carpet? We clean hundreds of businesses and churches all over town. If your carpet is due for a good cleaning, give Zero Res a call. For 1 week only, December 26th through the 31st, we are offering 20% off on all commercial carpet cleaning. We will be glad to come do a free estimate. Give us a call and take advantage of this great deal during the Christmas break. That's 20% off on all commercial carpet cleaning. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Attention golfers, Hidden Hills Golf Club has become an attractive destination for golfers all over North Florida. You too will enjoy our classic Arnold Palmer design that'll test your game and keep you coming back. Book a tee time today at hiddenhillsgc.com.
So you're working on your car and truck, need a part, and someone who can advise you on how to install it. Come to Rusty Acres. They have the expertise and largest inventory of used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury parts. Rusty Acres, 786-1777.
Welcome to Rockville, the world center of rock. May 18th through the 21st, 2023 at Daytona International Speedway with Tool, Slipknot, the return of Avenged Sevenfold, the reunion of Pantera, plus Godsmack, Deftones, Evanescence, Rob Zombie, Queens of the Stone Age, Alice Cooper, Incubus, Harvey, Pussifer, Chevelle, I Prevail, and so many more. 95 Plus bands over 4 days in beautiful Daytona, Florida. Welcome to Rockville, May 18th through the 21st. Single day weekend and camping passes on sale now as low as $10 down at welcometorockville.com. Tool, Pantera, Avenged Sevenfold, and Slipknot. Welcome to Rockville, the world center of rock. The King.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, another interview on the Farah and Farah phone line. Brought to you by the Accident Attorneys at Farah and Farah.
Back here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville. We are glad you are with us. The Jaguars and the Jets, less than 24 hours from now, up in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Of course, you'll hear the game right here on 1010XL. It is an enormous game for both teams. Let's talk about it with a man that's used to playing in big football games. 11 years in the National Football League. You hear him every day on XL Primetime. And he's also celebrating a birthday today, my friend Leon Searcy. Leon, happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
You know, the Jaguars and the Jets tomorrow night, Leon. Boy, such a quick turnaround for the Jaguars. Let's talk about that aspect first. An emotional win, huge win over Dallas. And my goodness, they're already playing again tomorrow night. How do you feel like they'll handle that?
Well, I mean, you're gonna see how mature this team is based upon how they play on Thursday, because you hope that this team didn't treat the game against the Cowboys like a Super Bowl, all right? Because there's still work to do. Yes, it was an amazing win, amazing comeback win in overtime with the pick six with Rashad Jenkins and everything, but you've got work to do. So it's incumbent upon the coaching staff to get that in the minds of these players, for them to understand that the Dallas Cowboy game was not their Super Bowl, that they control their own destiny. If they win out, they're in. And who would expect the Jacksonville Jaguars to be contending for a playoff position when it started the season? You know, everybody had them picked at 5 wins, 6 wins, maybe 7 wins, and they thought maybe next year was their time to kind of make that leap forward. But this could be their year. They win this big game on the road against the Jets, beat a Texans team, and next thing you know, you're hosting the Tennessee Titans at home with the right to go to the playoffs. Bro, don't get any bigger than that.
Leon, how hard is it to go on the road on a Thursday night?
You know what, heck, believe it or not, I've never had that opportunity to actually play on a Thursday night game when I played. But it's got to be extremely hard, because you got to know the grueling battle of playing the game on Sunday. You usually need at least 2 days for your body to heal. Usually come in on Mondays, watch the film, do your workout, do your running, get your rehab. Tuesday, usually off to get some rest. Then you're practicing on Wednesday. The Jaguars, all that is cut in half now when you got a Thursday night game. Most of the stuff you're probably doing in the practice is mental reps, not doing anything physical. Coaching staff still wants you to get your run in, wants you to get your lift in, get your film in. Then the turnaround's quick. Next thing you know, you're on the bus, you're on the plane, and you're in the city on the road to play a game. So we're gonna see how mature this team is with their ability to translate from that Sunday amazing win on Sunday to how they're going to play on Thursday, because mentally you've got to be all in on this game Thursday, or it could be disastrous for you.
Former Jaguar Pro Bowl offensive tackle Leon Searcy here with us on Hacker After Dark. Leon, why is Trevor Lawrence playing like a top 5 quarterback in the league?
Well, you know what, Hacker, I was talking about this on the air a couple of days ago and on Primetime. You know, it happened to me when I played. When I initially came into the league and my first year starting, everything went so fast in front of me. I mean, the blitz, the twist, the games, and I struggled mightily with my first year when I was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then all of a sudden, the more reps I got, the more comfortable I got with my technique, my fundamentals and film and all that kind of stuff. It's a phenomenon I cannot explain to you, Hack, but the game actually slows down. When you're playing, everybody's going full speed, but mentally you see what's happening a lot faster than you did initially. And I think that's what's going on with Trevor Lawrence. I think he's just seeing the game sped up faster in his brain. He's making decisions a lot quicker. I can't explain the phenomenon. It happened to me when I was playing. I think that's the reason why Trevor's playing so mightily compared to early on in the season. I think he just gets it now, and he's trusting himself more. And not to say that the game is slow, but just in your mindset, it seems a little slower, and you're quicker when it comes to your decision making.
Leon, Jawaan Taylor is listed as questionable. We're going to assume he's going to play. We know Cam Robinson is not. He's been placed on IR with the meniscus, so insert Walker Little at left tackle. Your level of confidence, if it's Walker Little and a maybe 75 to 80% Jawaan Taylor as your two tackles tomorrow night?
Well, my confidence level in Jawaan Taylor, who's had a pretty decent season this year. He's been pretty solid, pretty stable. At 75%, I'm at a 7. That he'll play well. He'll be stout in there. He'll be physical and give adequate protection. Walker Little at 100%, I'm at a 4. I'm still concerned about his pass protection. He has a tendency to stop his feet, to stop his momentum when guys are beating him, when guys are rushing outside or they're making a move inside. I mean, to be quite honest with you, he's the reason why current Cam Robinson got hurt. He got beat on an inside move by Michael Parsons, froze his feet, got inside, went after Trevor. He rolled on the back of Cam Robinson's legs, and he's got the meniscus tear. You know, not to call the kid out, but you can't have that in this game Thursday because you've got the franchise's backside. You've got to elevate your play to protect Trevor Lawrence at all costs. So he's going to have a stellar game in order to give us a half a chance in winning it. He's going to be the key. If Trevor Lawrence is constantly being harassed from his backside, he's going to lose his trust in his backside, which may hinder his ability to hold in the pocket and throw the accurate throws. So Cam Walker Little has got to do a stellar job this Thursday as far as protections-wise if we're going to have a chance.
Couple of more for former Jaguar Pro Bowl offensive tackle Leon Searcy. Leon, the Jets are banged up too. I don't want to pretend that they're not, but clearly Jacksonville banged up going into this game defensively, as it was announced earlier today that Trayvon Walker and Foley Fatukasi both will not play. What does that do to the Jaguar front seven?
Well, next man up. I mean, listen, that means that Smoot's got to play a lot. I mean, Arden Keyes has got to play a lot, and they did an outstanding job against the Cowboys this past Sunday. It's got to be next man up. I mean, whatever body you got out there, they've got to elevate their play to make sure that we are not hindered in any way when it comes to the run or the pass. I mean, this team is on the verge of the playoffs. I mean, whoever needs to come in there and step up their game and make it happen, you got to make it happen. Listen, you can either go home for Christmas or you could take a stance these next few weeks to see if you're playing in January. That's what it boils down to. You're either going to be watching it or playing it. So hopefully this young Jaguar team is excited about the possibilities of being in the playoffs and playing in January. There's no other place your head should be.
Leon, in 1996, you guys were 4-7. You go to Baltimore. Inexplicably, Vinny Testaverde fumbles the ball. The Jaguars recover. You guys go down and score and ultimately win the game. And that started a winning streak that took you all the way to New England for the AFC Championship game. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a repeat, but there's no doubt some odd things are happening. You're losing to Baltimore this year in the fourth quarter. Trevor Lawrence goes 75 yards in the final minutes of the game to score a touchdown. The Jaguars go for 2, and they get it to win. Then they go to Nashville, a place they haven't won in 9 years, and just dominate the Titans. Last week, Dallas up 27-10 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Jaguars come back, take the lead. Trevor then has the fumble that you think costs them the game. It's over. yet the defense stops them. The offense drives down. Patterson the kick, the pick six. I mean, the last 3 wins are unbelievable. Whether you call it a team of destiny, whatever verbiage you want to use, does there become a point in a locker room, Leon, where you start believing, regardless of the circumstance, that you're just simply going to win the game?
Hag, I'm telling you, this is 96 rebooted. I'm telling you, some funny stuff happened to us, and we just took it. We just took the win as a win, and it's got us closer to where we needed to go. I mean, because listen, it's like this. It doesn't matter how you get to the party as long as you get to dance. That's what we've always said. How you get there doesn't matter. What happens for you, don't care. Long as we're dancing in January, that's all this team should be thinking about. Has some stuff fallen our way? Has the ball finally bounced right for Jacksonville? Absolutely. That old saying of same old Jaguars, that's out the door now. This is I truly believe. I'm not going to say a team of destiny, but I truly believe this team believes that given the opportunity at any given moment with 16 back there, if we give him the ball, he can win a game for us. It was the same way with 8 when we had 8 in the late 90s. If Brunell had the ball in his hands, we knew we had a shot. So I believe the same thing with Trevor Lawrence. I believe that the offense believes that. I believe the defense believes that. Now, what I don't like is the fact that we're giving these teams these early leads and having to come back. It will be a lot more refreshing to start the game off 7-0, 14-0, 10-0 instead of having to come from behind. So hopefully that this team understands that it's a lot better to start fast than to finish fast, or vice versa.
Former Jaguar Pro Bowl offensive tackle Leon Searcy. I'll be fascinated because normally the Jaguars are the underdog or the team that doesn't have a chance, and now all of a sudden they're the team that's going to win out and go to the playoffs. And I'll be curious how they handle those expectations in what is a tough putt, Leon. Let's not make any bones about this. You and I talked about it earlier. Winning a game like Dallas, then having to go on the road to New York, it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet. That's going to be hard tomorrow night. I hope Jaguar fans realize that.
Yeah, it's going to be uphill. It's going to be listen, the Jets are a good team defensively. They get it done. They make you earn every yard, run or pass. They've got one of the best back four in the NFL as far as corners and safeties go. And they got a pretty good stout front four as well. So I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be a grudge match. I mean, Jacksonville's not going to go there and just blow them away. They're going to have to fight for every first down, every third down conversion, every field goal, and every touchdown. So it's going to be an uphill battle. But you got to weather the storm, weather the elements, ride that wave, and give yourself some puncher's chance in the fourth quarter. And let's see what happens.
Leon, who wins the game tomorrow night?
I've got Jacksonville winning the game 20-13.
Oh, man. And if they win that game, they're 7-8. They have a mini bye. They got 10 days off to kind of rest up, get some guys back. What a weekend it would be if Jacksonville does it. Regardless of what happens, Leon, you and I and head coach Dave Campo, a special fifth quarter in for the drill Friday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That should be a lot of fun, man. I know you're looking forward to that like I am.
Absolutely. I'll bring breakfast.
Leon Searcy, I will talk to you at 7 a.m. Friday morning. Again, happy birthday, my friend.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's the intersection where they shift gears.
And this is when he's at his best in the open field.
Listen for the Tire Outlet Drive of the Game on 1010XL.
That was an opportunity to bust this game open.
Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Hey, have you heard why people are driving from all over the country to buy from Beaver? Stop waiting for months for the vehicle you're looking for. We have new inventory on the lot, priced to sell and waiting for you. Plus, every new vehicle comes with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty for your peace of mind. It's simple. We want to provide you with exceptional service before and after the sale. We'll see you at Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville or Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you.
Some things can wait. decorating for the holidays, shopping. Hey, there's always next day delivery. But if you're 50 or older or live with a chronic condition, untreated COVID could be deadly. And if you don't get treatment within days, you might not be able to. So, got COVID symptoms? Talk to a doctor and get treatment right away. Because it just can't wait. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Expecting the good company for Christmas this year? High Flying Jacko here. Then call ahead to Woody's Barbecue now and order your family feast today.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Every lawyer at Harrell & Harrell is part of Harrell & Harrell. It's about everyone that you have in the process to help that client. And using all of that, we have the size and the resources to take on any company, no matter how large. Offices, Jacksonville.
WJXL-FM, Jacksonville Beach.
Need cash for the holidays or to pay off credit cards right now? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low rate. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $300 a month. Use that money to pay off high-interest credit cards or consolidate other debt or even start a home improvement project. With Loan Pronto, you can access up to 95% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. Even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Do it now before the holidays. Call Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. You could use that extra cash for the holidays, and you can get it with Loan Pronto. Also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
All this month, we're celebrating the grand opening of Liquid Sunshine Car Wash on Southside Boulevard near Hogan Road. Liquid Sunshine uses the most advanced tunnel technology with powerful new vacuums and the best customer experience in town because they care. See for yourself. Visit Liquid Sunshine Car Wash today and give your ride a holiday shine. Gift cards and unlimited wash memberships start at just $10. Family and veteran owned, it's the new Liquid Sunshine Car Wash on Southside Boulevard.
It's Christmas, and Tobacco Cove is ready to help you find that special gift.
Pipes, cigars, lighters, and special editions
are all here to put a smile on that special someone.
Lamperger gift packs and seasonal fragrances are here waiting for you.
If you're looking for that special accessory, let us help you find it.
Tobacco Cove, Bay Meadows Road is more than a smoke shop.
It's a Christmas experience.
Online at tobaccocove.com.
Jacksonville's finest pipe and cigar shop since 1972.
If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound & Security is looking for you now. You'll start at $20 an hour or more, and you can qualify for a $1,000 signing bonus. Tired of that warehouse or food industry job? Try working for Tyson Sound & Security. They will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security is an equal opportunity employer. 762-1000.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733. Coverage of college football's early signing period on 1010XL is brought to you by the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell.
Back here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville. We're glad you're with us. The December signing period has arrived. And it's been a big day for the Florida Gators as they got a signature on the dotted line from Jordan Castile, a 4-star safety from West Orange High School down in the Orlando area. And Jordan joins us here on 1010XL in Jacksonville. Jordan, how we doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Jordan, we're good, man. Thank you for the time. Boy, a long time coming for you, a guy that's been recruited by so many programs. I'm sure this process started for you, years ago now. What is it like to reach the finish line and officially be a Florida Gator?
Nah, I'm blessed for real. It's just, it's been a long journey. It's still not done yet. But, just taking it day by day.
What was it about Billy Napier? What was it about the University of Florida that led you in that direction?
I really just like the coach up there. I kind of see what Coach Napier, what he got going on, what he trying to do up there, and I'm all in.
And look, people talk about the football facility. People talk about the recruiting staff. Obviously, this great class that Billy Napier is putting together. I mean, what is it like for you, a 4-star, a guy that was recruited by so many schools? You've picked Florida, and you're a big part of what Billy Napier is trying to do there in Gainesville. What does that feel like for you?
It feels real good, though, just to be a part of it. And, just us about to make history, so... it's a lot of things, I got to get out there and work. But, yeah, I'm ready, though. Let's do it.
Jordan, for people, again, Jordan Castile of West Orange, a 4-star safety on his way to the University of Florida. For people that have maybe seen highlights of you but maybe haven't seen you play live, what type of football player are you, Jordan? How would you describe your game to Gator fans?
Really just, I'm high energy, vocal, just being around the ball.
Safety for you in college, is that the plan?
Well, that's why I feel like that's why I'm more I'm liked a lot because I can really play corner, safety, nickel. So I feel and that's the same with other guys that we had committed. Everybody can play everything. So I feel that's a strong, that's a big thing to have. So you're going to see us everywhere.
You're part of a ridiculous defensive back class with yourself, Dejon Johnson, Sharif Denson up here at Bartram Trail in our area. I mean, you can go on down the line. It is crazy how many good defensive backs are in this class. What is it like to know you're coming in with so many good players?
It's it feels even better, just playing, you playing around good guys and stuff like that, guys who really want it.
Jordan, you're a Florida Gator. I mean, what does that feel like when I say that?
Man, it feels good, especially me being, from Orlando, Florida, that's only an hour and a half away, so my family could come see me anytime, So I feel I like it even more off that.
Jordan Castile, final moments, West Orange High School in the Orlando area, has signed with the University of Florida. Jordan, for Gator fans here in Jacksonville, they don't get the personal interaction with, say, Billy Napier or Corey Raymond. And I know you've talked to the coaches several times one-on-one. Describe to Gator fans what they're like. What do you like about both Raymond and Napier?
Raymond, when I worked out with Coach Raymond, just for an hour, it was so much that he had taught me. And Coach Raymond, he's just such a good person, he got a good background off LSU. And with Coach Napier, his background at Louisiana and just how he is as a person, just checking in, calling to see if I'm all right. Yeah, man. It's just really good people out there.
And Jordan, hey, look, it's a huge day for you, but it's also a huge day for your family, your friends, everybody in your inner circle. What's been the reaction during this process and ultimately with today signing on the dotted line from family and friends? I imagine they got to be very, very happy for you.
Yeah, we all taking it in. But, yeah, man, we ready. We got this countdown ready to move in, so we got a lot of stuff to get done up there.
Yeah, what's the plan now? I mean, when are you heading to Gainesville?
I move in up there on January 8th.
Wow.
And
that's surreal, right? I mean, you're going to be at the University of Florida in 2.5 weeks. I mean, that's got to be unbelievably exciting.
Oh yeah, it is.
Well, Jordan, it's a great day for you, a great day for your family. You got a message? There's a lot of Gator fans up here in Jacksonville, man, that want to see Billy Napier and everybody down there turn this thing around. You got a message for Gator fans?
Man, I can just only tell y'all, man, stay patient. Give us some time, and trust me, we got y'all.
Jordan, I know you're busy, man. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on a big day for you, man. You have earned it, and best of luck moving forward. We'll be watching you in Gainesville.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
And a big thank you to four-star safety Jordan Castile from the Orlando area for joining us on the Farah and Farah phone line tonight. Jordan on his way to the University of Florida after signing on the dotted line with the Gators earlier today. Now, let's head to Columbia County for a four-star linebacker that looks every bit the part of a guy that's going to have a big role at the University of Florida. Let's welcome back onto the Farah and Farah phone line, Jaden Robinson. I had the chance to catch up with Jaden Robinson, the four-star linebacker of the Lake City Columbia Tigers, earlier today. Here's that conversation on Hacker After Dark. The December early signing period has arrived in the national landscape for the college recruiting, and the Florida Gators have a big day today. That includes getting a signature from four-star linebacker Jaden Robinson of Lake City, Columbia. He is on his way to the University of Florida. It's a big day, and Jaden joins us here on 1010XL. Jaden, how we doing?
Doing good.
Hey, Jaden, I know it's a big day for you and your family. Just talk about the emotions, man, being a Florida Gator. What does it feel like?
It feels great to be a Florida Gator, coming in, joining their legacy and everything that they have done great, trying to bring back another championship.
A guy like you had offers all over the place. You could have gone to many different schools. It's a long process. I know you started getting offers probably, your sophomore year. What is it like sophomore. Now? Yeah, what is it like to be at the finish line? The recruiting process is over, and you're going to be in Gainesville in a couple of weeks.
Just happy to get it over with and ready to get to work in college at the Gators.
What was it, Jaden, about Billy Napier and the University of Florida?
It was just the connection with him and Coach Batesman and Coach P. Coach Peterson. It was a great bond with my family, and it all connected.
Lake City, obviously the proximity to Gainesville, your family will get to see you come play at the University of Florida. Did that weigh on your decision at all?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Jaden Robinson, a four-star linebacker from Lake City, Columbia, has signed with the Florida Gators. He is going to enroll in Gainesville there in a couple of weeks. Jaden, for Gator fans listening tonight, they don't get the interaction with Billy Napier, with Mike Peterson, like you do. What is it like? Describe Coach Peterson, Coach Napier. What do you like about them?
Both of them are great. They're great coaches off the field, great role models, and they just help me through college step by step.
This recruiting class that Billy Napier is putting together is going to looks like it's going to be in the top 10 in the country. There's a lot of really good players coming in, and this class is going to be looked at to kind of turn things around at Florida, maybe change the culture, if you will. Are you excited to be a part of that? Are you excited for that opportunity?
Yes, I'm very excited to change the culture around at Florida.
With the brand new football facility there, I'm sure you've probably seen that on your official visit. What is that place like?
It looks great. It's amazing. One of the best places, one of the best cities I've been in throughout my visit.
You have the unique perspective that you were committed to South Carolina. You changed your commitment to Florida. Now you've been committed for a few months. How hard is this process? We always talk about, this guy is committed here or this guy is committed there, but you're the person that actually goes through it. You're the one that has to deal with, quite frankly, guys like me and all the coaches calling you nonstop. What is the recruiting process like, Jaden?
The recruitment is great at times, and it can be frustrating, but I'm just really happy I made my choice, and I love my choice I made. I feel great about it.
Final moments here with Jaden Robinson, a four-star linebacker from Lake City, Columbia, on his way to the University of Florida. Let's talk about Lake City, Columbia. You were a terrific football player over there for the Columbia Tigers. Jaden, what does Lake City, Columbia High School mean to you?
It means a lot to me. Growing up, watching all all the alumni Tigers, such as Timmy Jernigan, Laramie Thompson, Trey Marshall, Mike Williams, Latrell Williams, all those guys, and there's more. Watching those guys growing up, and they're like great role models to me.
You know, when you play high school football at a place like Lake City, Columbia, you play great competition every week. Do you feel that playing at a school that high profile with your schedule, does that prepare you for what you're going to see at the next level?
Yes, sir, definitely, because I'm playing against guys that I sit at the next level.
Jaden Robinson of Lake City, Columbia. Final thoughts. Jaden, you know, big day for you. We talk about your family, your friends, your inner circle. What does it mean to all of them that you're going to be able to continue your football career at a place like the University of Florida?
It means a lot to them because a lot of them are Gator fans, and it's close by, and they'll get to see all my games.
There's no doubt about that. You know, I talked with Trayon Webb earlier from Trinity Christian. There's you, Roderick Kearney at Orange Park, Sharif Denson at Bartram Trail. Jaden, it really appears that Billy Napier and the Gators have put an emphasis on Northeast Florida, on getting guys from Lake City, Jacksonville, Orange Park. Does that feel good knowing that you're going down there with Trayon, with Sharif, with Roderick from this area?
Yeah, it felt good because we already have a connection before. Like, we already made a connection before we even got there.
Well, certainly Gator fans are unbelievably excited. Jaden, final two thoughts. Number one, I asked you this earlier, but I mean, you're playing in the swamp. Your next time in pads, you're going to be in front of 90,000 people at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at Florida Field. I mean, what does that feel like?
That feels great. The fans is it's very electric inside of the swamp. I can't wait for that moment to come, though. Playing in front of the swamp.
Hey, Jaden, a lot of Gator fans listening tonight, a lot of fans very excited that you're on your way to Gainesville. Any sort of message for the Gator fans listening tonight?
I just got to say is go Gators, and Class 23 is going to change the culture around.
Jaden Robinson of Lake City, Columbia. He is on his way to the University of Florida. In fact, he will enroll in Gainesville in the next 2.5 weeks. Jaden, it's a big night, man. Congratulations. Best of luck moving forward. We'll certainly be watching you in Gainesville.
Thank you.
Back in the glory days, he wore number 56.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
Check the tape Tuesday with Jeff Lageman. Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube. Treating every customer like they're famous.
Howdy, friends. Consider this your wake-up call because you don't want to miss the final days of Toyotathon at Arlington Toyota. Even on used, over 400 pre-owned are on the lot, all makes, all models, ready to test drive, save big, and take home today. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. That's 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it. What are you waiting for? It's the final days of Toyotathon savings at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person and online at arlingtontoyota.com today.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you, on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides, and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
After my surgery, my knee was back in shape after only a few months. I trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with my daughter's back surgery as well. Both of us are great. We're doing exactly what we love to do. This is David Lane, and I seriously recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is ready to help you too. We'd like to thank the coaches and schools who trust in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
We have the best simulators in town, and our leagues are filling up fast. Hi, I'm Daniel Heilman from Fourscore Golf Tavern, and we think you'll love our new golf leagues. We have weekly prizes for winners, and the champions will earn a semi-private event. You'll get food and beverage perks during league hours and reduced bay rentals after league hours. To sign up now for January 9th start, go to the Leagues tab at FourscoreGolf.com. We'll see you at Fourscore Golf Tavern. FourscoreGolf.com.
No one said gift shopping was easy, except the person who shops with 1010XL's Holiday Gift Guide. Get great gift ideas from Sawgrass Marriott Spa,
Liquid Sunshine Car Wash,
and Woody's Barbecue. Go to 1010XL.com today.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home, or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving, they can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
This is Walker Little of your Jacksonville Jaguars for Kingfish Pest Control. I've been a Kingfish customer for a while now and can confirm that their service is incredible. Not only do they protect my family from pests, Kingfish's office staff is the friendliest around. They even email me a photo of the tech before arriving at my home. Kingfish Pest Control is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be sure to enter their Swat That Kick sweepstakes for free pest control for 3 years. Go to kingfishpest.com and tell them Walker Little sent you.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 45th anniversary holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store, we're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget, and with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Whether you're freeing up space for visiting family or just need a helping hand around the house to do the big jobs, J-Dog Junk Removal is ready for your call this holiday. If you're breaking out decorations and realize that you need to clear space quick, call J-Dog. Or if you need something heavy moved to a different location, the veterans at J-Dog provide courteous labor services. No matter how big the job, call J-Dog Junk Removal at 844-GET-JDOG or enter your zip code at jdog.com.
Jeff Prosser here. Do you have a damaged roof on your home? I did too, so I had Ken Lawler and his team help me get my roof replaced through my property insurance. Ken, tell us how it works.
Jeff, our team walks you through the process and eliminates the confusion that comes with filing an insurance claim and getting it properly settled. It's all free if we don't recover money for your claim. If you have a damaged roof, call Fifth Element Adjusting or visit FEAclaims.com. If you're happy with the outcome of your claim, Fifth Element Adjusting will not be able to help you. Ken Lawler, DFS number P213199.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. This holiday, save up to $12,000 with Tire Outlet. This December, when you buy a set of Kumho tires from TireOutlet.com, you'll receive a holiday scratch-off with exclusive savings to use throughout the new year. Don't wait. Visit TireOutlet.com for holiday savings today.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Ever wonder what it's like to drive a real military tank? Check out TankAmerica.com for a badass tank driving experience. That's right, you can drive an actual tank through mud and crush cars. Sounds awesome, right? Visit TankAmerica.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, another interview on the Farah and Farah phone line. Brought to you by the Accident Attorneys at Farah and Farah.
Back here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville. We are glad you are with us. The Jaguars and the Jets, Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Of course, you'll hear the game right here on 1010XL. And what all of a sudden now is a very big game in the AFC playoff picture as the Jaguars, with 3 weeks to go, amazingly enough, now control their own destiny for an AFC South division title. Let's talk Jaguars. Let's talk Trevor Lawrence with Steve Palazzaro. You hear him on the Pro Football Focus podcast. He is a senior analyst at PFF, and Steve's always kind enough to join us here on 1010XL. Steve, how we doing?
Doing great. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, Steve, thank you for the time, man. As always, know you're busy this time of year. All right, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, wins over Baltimore, Tennessee, and, of course, most recently, Dallas. Steve, what have you made of the Jaguars' emergence in the playoff picture here over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the season started with some promise, and then they hit a lull. But the biggest story, of course, has to be Trevor Lawrence and his development. I think the first year and a half or so of his career, you're just looking for glimmers of hope and glimmers of what made him the number one overall pick. And that's all we really got until, say, week 9 or so this season. I mean, that was when our grading that's kind of like the story in the PFF grading system, at least, where the Raiders game looked like completely flipped a switch there. The comeback against the Raiders, had a really good game against the Chiefs, the Ravens, and all the way down the line. So for me, it's just watching Trevor Lawrence live up to the potential. This was the way I expected him to play almost immediately. The big time throws, the plays inside the pocket, outside the pocket, the ability to flip the field with throws. He just didn't show much of that the first year and a half. I thought he'd have some growing pains, but still show those flashes. He didn't show nearly enough of those, but the last few weeks have been spectacular. And I think Lawrence has really developed into what we thought he could be, which is a guy that could take over games. Even if you're down big against the Cowboys, he can, put 50-plus yard touchdowns on the board outside the pocket. Those are the special traits that Lawrence has always had, and we're finally starting to see them on the field these last few weeks.
I'll tell you, Steve, it's all about checking boxes, and I thought another box was checked on Sunday. Back in the day, even as recently as 6 weeks ago, something went wrong for Trevor. It was almost a quicksand effect, right? Another thing would go wrong, and you couldn't dig yourself out. Against Dallas, he threw the pick. Dallas kicks a field goal, 27-10, responds right away, 59-yard touchdown to Zay Jones. And obviously there in the fourth quarter with 90 seconds to go, the fumble that you thought cost Jacksonville the game. No, he gets another opportunity, drives him down for a field goal. I thought that showed a lot of growth for a really young quarterback.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, with Lawrence, I know he was getting all the Andrew Luck comps and Peyton Manning or whatever they would be. I really thought a lot of his early career would be like an Andrew Luck. And I think knowing what Andrew Luck did, he was the guy that would put the team on his back. But he also, he created some fires too, as my podcast partner likes to say. He'd create some fires, but he'd also put them out later. And I think that's okay. I thought Lawrence would be that guy early in his career where he'd throw a bad pick here and there or have a bad play, but because of the arm talent would be able to make up for it. So a game like yesterday shows that, right? The ability not only mentally to bounce back from that, but physically, just the physical tools to be able to make those comebacks and make good decisions down the stretch, but also be able to, make those outside the numbers throws, win inside the pocket, outside the pocket, win with your legs when needed, even before the fumble. So I think all of that's great. Even if you look at Lawrence the last few weeks, it hasn't been perfect. He's put the ball in harm's way a lot, but any negative plays have been trumped by a slew of special plays. Even just rolling out the pocket and throwing a catchable ball in the end zone that didn't become a touchdown yesterday. Like seeing all of those plays add up for Trevor Lawrence over the last 5 or 6 weeks have been just fantastic. Yeah, and he just continues to make strides.
Steve Palazzolo, senior analyst, Pro Football Focus. He's with us here on 1010XL in Jacksonville. Steve, I mean, what can be said about the arrival of Doug Peterson from inheriting the mess, and I do mean the mess that Urban Meyer left, to where Jacksonville is now with 3 weeks to go, controlling their own destiny for the AFC South? I mean, what a job Doug Peterson's done in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, he inherited potentially the worst coaching situation in NFL history. I mean, or followed, I should say, the worst coaching job in NFL history. I mean, it wasn't just the Jaguars didn't win games. Obviously, everything off the field was bad. I don't think anybody wanted to be there. You can hear it in players' voices. You can hear it in coaches' voices, coaches that were there last year. They were all demoralized. So Doug Peterson, not only a guy that knows quarterbacks, knows the quarterback position and how to develop them, but more importantly, a guy that was just going to get the locker room in order and get this team believing. And I think there's a lot to that. They're not exactly at that 2017 level yet, where you have this slew of draft picks that added up into this incredible defense. But I think the Jags have added a ton of talent these last couple of years, and all they needed was, a general, so to speak, to just, point them in the right direction. I think Doug Peterson has done an outstanding job with all of that. And I think the Jags are just starting, because there is talent on the defensive side of the ball. They haven't been as consistent as they can be, so there's room for growth there. And I think there's still room to grow offensively to even get more playmakers out there, to get Calvin Ridley in the lineup next year potentially, right? So I think there's a lot of excitement. There should be a lot of excitement. It all pairs with Lawrence's development and what Peterson's been able to do to right the ship.
Steve, truthfully, the Jaguars got a lot of grief this offseason with Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Evan Ingram. People say, well, they paid too much? Why are you spending so much money on these guys that are injured or have drop issues or whatever, right? And you look at these three guys, all three are going to have career years here in Jacksonville, which again goes back to Lawrence and Peterson, but also goes to what they are providing for this Jaguar offense.
Yeah, I think they've been really good this year. Now, when it comes to the money factor, that I think the criticism there is, okay, what else could you have had, right? Anytime people criticize money, it's just the opportunity cost of getting something else. But as far as production goes, yeah, Christian Kirk has certainly had his moments. Zay Jones has been very good. You saw Evan Ingram 2 weeks ago absolutely dominate and be a key part there. So they've been very good. Now I'm excited about you add a Calvin Ridley to the mix, or even another, high-end X type of receiver. And I think you're really cooking in this offense. But I love the way they've come together these last few weeks in particular. But even early in the year, you saw flashes of what Christian Kirk was able to do. And I think any offense in today's NFL needs 3 or 4 legitimate playmakers, and they definitely have those pieces right now. Where any given week it can be any of those guys. It's just a matter of, hey, a little bit more consistency, and could still maybe use one more big playmaker heading into next year. But so far, yeah, the returns have been solid for that receiving corps.
Couple of more for Steve Palazzolo, the PFF podcast. He's also a senior analyst at Pro Football Focus, certainly one of my favorite go-to NFL websites. All right, Steve, you look at the Jaguars, you look at what they're doing right now in relation to the Tennessee Titans. Titans have lost 4 in a row. The Jaguars have won 3 out of 4. All of a sudden, the Jaguars now control their own destiny, as do the Titans, for the AFC South championship. How do you see this division shaking out over the next couple of weeks?
I mean, I think we're going to be looking at Week 18 as a play-in game in the South, because the Titans absolutely not trending in the right direction, as you said. They have to play a Thursday night game against Dallas. So, again, I know Dallas, the Jags just beat Dallas, but it's going to be a challenging game. So I think at worst, you're looking at either the Jaguars are down 1, down a game, or it's tied up heading into that Week 18 game. The Titans, I give Mike Vrabel a ton of credit. I really think he has continued to elevate that roster over the last couple of years, but it's starting to catch up right now. The last couple of years, it's been a lot of no-name type of players on the defensive side of the ball. You don't know who's going to step up any given week. They're just kind of running out of some of that magic, and they always had an A.J. Brown or a Derrick Henry to bail them out in previous years, guys that would just take over games. Henry hasn't been the same because the offensive line run blocking hasn't been the same in Tennessee, and A.J. Brown's no longer there. And you see the impact he has in Philadelphia. So I think just some of Tennessee's personnel decisions starting to catch up to them down the stretch here. And I think we're looking at a play-in game in Week 18 if all goes to plan.
That would certainly be great. I mean, if the Jaguars have an opportunity at home, final week of the year, to win the division, you could not ask for more than that. When it wasn't that long ago, they were 3-7. Steve, for the Jaguars, it begins this week. Thursday night, they go to New York. Boy, a couple of weeks ago, people were looking at this like, man, Amazon, what'd they pay all the money for a game like this? Now, all of a sudden, it's a gigantic game between the Jaguars and the Jets. It's like maybe a coming out party nationally for Trevor Lawrence. At the time we're talking, it appears Zach Wilson will go for the Jets. So you got the number 1 versus number 2 angle from the 2021 draft. What's your thought on Thursday night there at the Meadowlands?
Yeah, I'm loving this game. I think it's an outstanding game. 2 teams. We had Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson likely playing for the Jets. And as much as I've talked up Trevor Lawrence, and I know the Dallas defense is legit, this might be the biggest challenge for Lawrence over the last few weeks. The Ravens might be a little overrated defensively. The Cowboys are good, but some of those other teams that they've played haven't been great. This might be the biggest challenge for Lawrence in this offense. The Jets are fantastic defensively. Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, their corners, have transformed that defense on that side of the ball. They rush the passer really well. I don't know if the Jets will be able to create enough offense. Zach Wilson has just been so inconsistent. But I think it's going to be a great game. It's a great game with the Jaguars offense going up against the Jets defense that is far better than they were last year. And, a team that's just added a ton of talent these last couple of years. This past draft of Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson at receiver. The Jets are a really talented team. They're sputtering a touch, but tough defensive game, and I think it's going to be a really good one on Thursday night.
Steve, final question. When you look at the NFL as a whole right now, in the AFC, Cincinnati's obviously charging. We know about Buffalo and Kansas City. If it's not one of those three, if you take out Buffalo, Kansas City, and Cincy, is there a surprise potentially in the AFC playoffs? And same thing in the NFC. It looks like Philadelphia, but who would be their biggest competition?
Yeah, I mean, AFC-wise, for me, it depends on what happens with the Ravens. I think they'll get in, but when does Lamar Jackson get back and get healthy? They clearly haven't been the same team without him. But if you get the Ravens into the playoffs and the Chargers into the playoffs with Justin Herbert, and if you get the Jags into the playoffs with Trevor Lawrence, what an incredible group of young quarterbacks in the AFC. So it could be wide open. I do think it's, the Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals at the top, but if the Dolphins pulled an upset too, they're in the mix. The Ravens, there's a whole lot that can happen in the AFC. So I think it's not wide open, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were some upsets in there. I think NFC-wise, there's about a half where I thought the Bucs might be able to go on a run and maybe surprise teams in the playoffs if they could, find their groove, but they lost their groove in the second half. The NFC, I think, is, the Vikings are weird. They keep finding ways to win. I really think the Eagles are rolling. I think it's Eagles and Niners as the best teams there. We'll see if these last couple weeks mean anything for the Cowboys because they've struggled a bit, but any of those teams are capable of high-level play, but I just love the way the Eagles are playing right now. I think they're just so good all around, and I think they're certainly the team to beat.
You get him on the PFF NFL podcast, a senior analyst at Pro Football Focus, Steve Palazzolo. Steve, appreciate the time, man. Again, know you're busy this time of year. Happy holidays. We'll talk again soon.
Sounds great. Appreciate you having me.
It's the cure for waking up from a football hangover.
I thought you held your liquor very well.
Post-game Monday.
Did anyone look at the scoreboard?
Brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
If you're in the market for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, or pre-owned vehicle with a lifetime warranty, GarberAutomall.com.
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 GarberAutomall.com. GarberAutomall.com.
GarberAutomall.com. New car, used car, lifetime warranty. New car, used car, lifetime warranty.
GarberAutomall.com.
GarberAutomall.com. GarberAutomall.com.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Santa told me that you've been thinking about a Y membership, but not really sure how it works. So come check out the Y for free. Every Friday this month, the Y is free. That means you and your buddies and your spouse and your kids can all take advantage of free Fridays at the Y. More than just a gym, the Y is a community where you develop relationships, achieve your goals, and belong to something bigger than yourself. This month, Fridays are free, so find your Y.
This is your Mad Dad's Update with Chapter President Donald Ford.
Hello, Jacksonville. I'm going to get right to the heart of the matter. We have had 485 shootings in 2022. This includes murders and individuals being shot. Jacksonville is well on its way to being the murder capital of Florida per capita population again. The answer to the problem is simple. We as a community have got to come together and encourage one another to break the code of silence. Jacksonville cannot solve the problem, and they were not there when it happened. They desperately need our help. We have got to say enough is enough. I'm not going to take any more. Our family could be the next victim. Hit me on Facebook and tell me what you think.
For information about Mad Dad, go to Mad Dad's Jacksonville Chapter Facebook or MadDad'sJacksonville.com.
Need cash for the holidays or to pay off credit cards right now? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low rate. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $300 a month. Use that money to pay off high-interest credit cards or consolidate other debt or even start a home improvement project. With Loan Pronto, you can access up to 95% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. Even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, You can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Do it now before the holidays. Call Loan Pronto at 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. You could use that extra cash for the holidays, and you can get it with Loan Pronto. Also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
There are so many ways you can catch me, Mia O'Brien, on XL Primetime from noon to 3, on Helmets and Heels Tuesday nights, and you can follow me on the 1010XL video and social media channels. All Things Mia is driven by Arlington Toyota.
This month is the perfect time to make sure your roof hasn't been damaged after storm season. Schedule a complimentary roof evaluation with Universal Roof and Contracting. You may qualify for 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months on your roof repair project, plus a free warranty upgrade for first responders and veterans. This offer expires December 31st and restrictions apply. License number CCC 1330747, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all their members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, we've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville for over 121 years now. Enjoy spending time with your friends and family this holiday season. Merry Christmas. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Are you looking to grow your career? Good news. Chick-fil-A restaurants in your area are hiring and have what you are looking for: unique opportunities and excellent benefits. Chick-fil-A operators are known for investing in their team members through things like mentorship and coaching, leadership development, and competitive pay. Don't miss the chance to be part of your local Chick-fil-A team. Apply today by visiting your local Chick-fil-A or apply online. Most Chick-fil-A restaurants are operated by independent franchise owners. Chick-fil-A, an equal opportunity employer.
If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound and Security is looking for you now. They'll start at $20 an hour or more, and you can qualify for a $1,000 signing bonus. Tired of that warehouse or food industry job? Try working for Tyson Sound and Security. They will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply. 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security is an equal opportunity employer. 762-1000.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Hacker After Dark on 1010XL. Now, hello. Another great guest on the Farah and Farah phone line. Brought to you by the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah.
Back here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville. We are glad you are with us. The Jaguars and the Jets, Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Of course, you'll hear the game right here on 1010XL. What a big game it is for both teams. The Jaguars control their destiny for an AFC South championship. The Jets need to win to keep their postseason hopes alive. Let's go to New York, New Jersey. Andy Vasquez of the Star Ledger and NJ.com. He is our guy when it comes to the New York Football Jets, and he's always kind enough to join us here on 1010XL. Andy, how you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Andy,
a little cold, but we're doing great.
Yeah, I imagine. By the way, what is the weather supposed to be like on Thursday night up there?
Well, I think there is some rain / potentially snow in the forecast over the next few days. I'm not sure exactly how it breaks down for Thursday night, but I know there are some possibilities. It's going to be cold. The high on Thursday is around 30. So either way, it's going to be cold and bitter out there and getting colder as the night goes on. So it's definitely going to be a factor, and it's going to be interesting for sure.
Andy, we had you on this offseason previewing the Jets. If I would have told you 7-7 and then the thick of it for a wild card spot in the AFC at Christmas, would you have believed me back in August?
Yeah, I thought, it was a possibility if everything went right for the Jets, if their young players came on the way that they expected them to. They had obviously a bunch of young players in key roles, and that was going to kind of be determining what their season was. So I thought there was a possibility for them to be at this point, and as it turned out, everything didn't go their way. They lost some guys, Breece Hall. They lost Elijah Vera Tucker for the season. Never had Mekhi Becton, and Zach Wilson has not been very good, and he got benched. If you had told me all that, I would have been surprised. But I thought the team was much more talented coming into the season, and I mean, I think if you went back to before the season and said they were going to be 7-7, most Jets fans would have been pretty happy, but they were 5-2 and 6-3 at one point, and now they're 7-7, and it's a little bit of a different vibe now because this team had a really good shot of kind of easing into the playoffs, and now it's not likely, and they need to win out to have a chance.
What has gone wrong, Andy, for the last month or so?
Well, the Jets aren't making the same plays that they were making late in games early in the season. I think they won 4 out of their first 5 games by 1 score or less, and now they've lost 5 out of the last 7, and I think all of those have been by it certainly didn't hurt losing Breece Hall. They haven't really been the same team since that offensively. He was a game changer for them, and really took a lot of the pressure off of Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson has obviously struggled as well. But the Jets just have not won these close games against teams they really should have beat. They should have beat the Patriots twice. The Patriots don't have a win over a team with a winning record this season. And the only reason they're where they are is because they stole 2 games from the Jets. Jets should have beat the Vikings, but they went 1 for 6 in the red zone, all in the second half. And they really should have beat the Lions on Sunday. They were a stop away from winning this game, 4th and 1 from the Lions 49, and then they gave up a 51-yard touchdown because they didn't cover the tight end, and the only touchdown they gave up all day, and it wasn't enough. So it's kind of been a combination of things, just a team that was learning how to win, learned how to win early in the season, but now the pressure's on. It seems that they are kind of feeling it.
Andy Vasquez, Star Ledger, and NJ.com here with us on 1010XL in Jacksonville. Andy, you mentioned Zach Wilson, the number 2 overall pick in the 2021 draft. He has been thrust back into the starting lineup due to injuries at the quarterback spot. He played last week through one terrible pick that I saw, but he still had 300 yards passing. He gets the start again on Thursday. I mean, how big a game is this on a national spotlight there for Zach Wilson?
Yeah, it's huge for Zach Wilson just because, let's just say the fans aren't exactly forgiving of him or giving patient. They're not being exactly patient out there. They weren't patient on Sunday when things went wrong in the third quarter and he threw that terrible pick like you mentioned. And then they had a couple drives in a row there where they weren't moving the ball and he was getting booed. And he turned it around in the fourth quarter, and I think that showed something. It could have been an absolute disaster if things got worse from there. It didn't. He led on a touchdown drive. He led them in position or put them in position to kick a long field goal at the end of the game that would have tied it. But he needs to show that, he can play consistently for an entire game. He hasn't done it really in his career, certainly hasn't done it this year. And, if Mike White was healthy, Robert Saleh told us earlier that he's still not cleared with those rib fractures. Mike White would be starting because he's been more consistent and really better than Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson has tremendous talent. The other day he made some phenomenal throws, and you saw in the second quarter, I think he had 165 yards, which is phenomenal. It was the most he's ever had in his career, but it's also more than he's had in 4 starts this year or 5 starts this year. So it kind of shows you how inconsistent he's been, and it just hasn't been good enough. It's going to be interesting this offseason what the Jets do because he doesn't look like the answer, but it's only been 2 years, and they're going to have some decisions to make. And obviously the Jags should feel pretty fortunate that things worked out in that draft the way they did.
You're not kidding, and we'll get into that here in a moment. Really quick on Zach Wilson. You alluded to it there, but I'm curious. You cover this team as close as anybody there in the New York, New Jersey area, Andy. Can you envision a scenario where Zach Wilson is the starting quarterback of the New York Jets for the next 5, 6, 7 years?
It's not out of the question because he started 21 games in his career. I think he's going to be on the roster next year because they can't get rid of him. So theoretically, he could make a leap these last couple games. He could, win a quarterback competition. I think there has to be a quarterback competition no matter what happens at the end of the season to start next year. I could see that happening, but it's not likely. I mean, when you look at guys who have started their career the way Zach Wilson has, guys who got benched at this stage in their career, they don't end up usually being quarterbacks that stay with their team past their rookie contract. And, the Jets after next year are going to have to make a decision on his 5th-year option. And obviously that decision would be an easy one right now. And there's no guarantee that he's going to be the starting quarterback next year. So, he has not consistently shown that he can do this at this level. And until he does, it's going to be a huge question mark for the Jets. And it's not a matter it's a big if now where you can't just say it's going to happen. There hasn't really been anything that would tell you that it's going to happen.
Andy Vasquez of the Star Ledger and NJ.com. You alluded to the way things worked out. Earlier this week was the 2-year anniversary of Frank Gore getting that first down against the Rams in December of 2020 that opened the door for the Jaguars to be able to select Trevor Lawrence. And we see what Trevor Lawrence is becoming. Trevor Lawrence plays in New York on Thursday. How much of a talking point is that still in New York, the fact that Trevor is turning into what he's turning into, and it looks like things are not working out for Zach Wilson?
Well, it's certainly something that people are talking about. And, Jets fans, I have friends who are Jets fans, and they remember Braden Mann, the punter, making the crazy tackle to save the game. And obviously it's not a happy memory for them. I mean, the Jets really should have lost that game. They had flown back from Seattle where they got absolutely destroyed to New York because of the pandemic, and then flew back to LA, and they were like 20-point dogs, and then came out and shocked everyone. It was just a shocking situation. They sure looked like they were going to go 0-16, and then they didn't. So they won the next week as well, but I don't think they would have won the next week if that hadn't happened. So, it's definitely something people talk about. And, Robert Saleh was asked about it today and said it's not really fair to compare situations because situations are different. But naturally, you're going to compare the number 1 and the number 2 pick if they play the same position and they're playing against each other. And obviously, this was the leap that everyone wanted to see. Everyone here wanted to see Zach Wilson take this year. You're seeing it from Trevor Lawrence now, and you're seeing Zach Wilson. And I'm not even sure if he's gotten to 14 touchdown passes in his career. I mean, he's close to that, probably like 16 or 17, but Trevor Lawrence has thrown that many in the last 5 weeks or 6 weeks. So when you see the difference right now, it's obviously stark. It's a stark contrast, and it's certainly something that Jets fans notice, and it's a frustrating thing for them for obvious reasons.
Final moments here with Andy Vasquez of the Star Ledger and NJ.com. All right, Andy, James Robinson traded to New York, about a month and a half, 2 months ago now. Hasn't really worked out. I mean, he hasn't really been on the field all that much, and I guess he's voiced some frustration publicly, or at least he did a few weeks ago. What is the story with the former Jaguar running back up there?
Yeah, they traded for him literally the day after they lost Breece Hall for the season. He came in and played the next 3 games, and I think he averaged about 0.07 yards after contact. And at that point, the Jets went with Bam Knight, an undrafted rookie who has played pretty well, much better. His first 3 games, or his first 2 games, I think, he was one of the first running backs in the common draft era to have more than 100 yards from scrimmage in both those games. But he was shut down against the Lions the other day. The Jets' offensive line is a bit of a mess right now with all the injuries that they've had. So that's been a contributing factor. But he just hasn't had the explosive kind of first step that the Jets said that they traded for him to get. And so, yeah, he's been inactive the last several weeks. And I'm not sure if it'll change this week. Knight is dealing with a bit of an ankle issue, so it could change. But, yeah, he didn't play well enough early on. And that kind of makes it hard from my standpoint for him to be unhappy about getting benched because he just didn't exactly produce. So, I understand his frustration, but it just wasn't happening. So it'll be interesting to see if he makes an impact these last 3 games, but I would say that's doubtful.
It's not all bad for New York. They're 7-7. They're still right in the thick of it, and you got one heck of a defensive back rookie there in Sauce Gardner. What has he brought to that team?
Yeah, he's really been everything you could ask for and more. He was saying yesterday that he was frustrated because he didn't get targeted in the Lions game at all. And he wanted to make an impact on the game. And I asked Robert Saleh about that today, and he basically said, get used to it. He said, remembers watching Richard Sherman, who's going to be there on Thursday night, and said he never got his GPS over 17 miles an hour because he didn't have to really move because quarterbacks wouldn't try him. And I think that's what Sauce has already done. He's also a really solid guy in the locker room in terms of leadership and setting the tone and keeping an even keel. So he's been really good. And DJ Reed, the cornerback who they signed as a free agent, has also been way better than anybody could expect. And you saw what the Jets did against one of the best offenses in the league the other day, basically shut them down, even without having Quinnen Williams, who, by the way, is Robert Saleh said it'll be a game time decision with Quinnen Williams on Thursday. He missed the Lions game with a calf injury, but that he feels better than last week. So there's a chance he could play. But they did that without Quinnen Williams, and the reason they can do stuff like that, the reason their defense has been so good is their defensive backs. DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner, they are legit, and it's going to be a challenge for Trevor Lawrence for sure.
Andy, final thought. You mentioned Quinnen Williams. Health-wise for the Jets, it's a short week. The Jaguars coming off that emotional win as well. They got injury problems down here. How are the Jets looking health-wise as a whole?
They're getting healthier. They lost Denzel Mims, who's like their fourth receiver. He has a concussion. He won't play. And the backup cornerback, Brandon Eccles, won't play for the second straight game. But Corey Davis, who missed the last game and was hurt early in the Buffalo game with a concussion, he should be back. He's trending up. And like I said, with Quinnen, there's a chance he'll play. We'll see what happens. But they're relatively healthy. Like I said, their offensive line is banged up, but that's not going to change. They'll have the same guys that they had last week, and they'll try to figure it out. The guy to watch is Bam Knight. He's hurt his ankle. Not sure what his status is going to be. We'll have to look for the injury report, the last injury report before this game to know that.
Nationally, I think Jaguars-Jets a month ago, maybe not the most appealing, and that was probably the Jaguars' fault. All of a sudden, this game on Thursday night has a lot of appeal. It is a huge game between the 6-8 Jaguars and the 7-7 New York Football Jets. Andy Vasquez of NJ.com and the Star Ledger. Andy, always appreciate the time. Let's have a great game on Thursday night, and happy holidays, my friend.
Thank you. I'll be in Jacksonville on Friday, so I'm hoping it's going to be warm down there, but I've heard it's may not be, so we'll see.
No, you're bringing the cold weather with you. You're coming down here for a vacation?
My parents live down there, so I'll be down there for Christmas because the Jets play on Thursday, so it worked out.
Well, very cool, very cool. Well, hopefully you're bringing an L with you for all Jaguar fans' sake. But, again, thank you for the time and enjoy your stay down here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you to Andy Vasquez of the Star Ledger and NJ.com for joining us tonight here on Hacker After Dark to give the New York Jets side of this huge matchup tomorrow night. The 6-8 Jaguars, the 7-7 Jets. You'll hear it right here on 1010XL in what is a enormous game for both teams. Well, that'll just about wrap up what has been an unbelievably busy and unbelievably cool night here on Hacker After Dark. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Again, Andy Vasquez of the Star Ledger and NJ.com. Thank you to Steve Palazzolo of Pro Football Focus for stopping by to talk Trevor Lawrence, talk about the Jaguars and their chances in the AFC South. You heard from former Jaguar Pro Bowl offensive tackle Leon Searcy. Of course, you get him every day on Primetime. You get him here weekly as well on Hacker After Dark. And a special thank you to all the Gator signees for joining us today, the first day of the December early signing period. Trinity Christian running back Trayon Webb. Enjoyed talking with Jordan Castile, the 4-star safety from the Orlando area, also heading to Florida. Jaden Robinson, the linebacker from Lake City, Columbia, and Jakeem Jackson of Kissimmee, Osceola. All 4 Gator signees joined me tonight here on Hacker After Dark. If you missed those interviews, they'll be on the 1010XL On Demand section. This is the final night of the week for Hacker After Dark, but boy, we are not done for the week. Tomorrow, I will join Hayes Carline as our pregame coverage kicks off, 3 o'clock to 5:15. Hayes Carline and myself will get you ready for the Jaguars and the Jets, and then we'll send it off to the Jaguar Network. And then Friday morning, a special edition of the fifth quarter with Leon Searcy, head coach Dave Campo, and yours truly will be in for the drill from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Friday morning, recapping tomorrow night's football contest. Dylan Denmark was your producer tonight. Dylan, great job. As always, I'm the hacker Ryan Green. And Jacksonville, thank you for spending part of your Wednesday evening with us right here on Hacker After Dark on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. So for all of us here on HAD, have an absolutely terrific remainder of your Wednesday evening. And I will talk to you tomorrow afternoon alongside Hayes Carline beginning at 3 o'clock. Until then, good night, Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Santa Claus is in a little bit of a Christmas mood. There's Prosser screaming at Joe you once more. E.T.'s sipping Hennessy. Rick Ballou checking FSU scores. And Frangie singing songs off-key. Kind of ironic, huh? Everybody knows when 1010 is on the radio. Helps to make the season bright. Helmets and heels, those voices aglow. Take us to the stars on Tuesday night. We know the lunch bunch is on the way. They're dropping knowledge right after Jags Today. And every Gator fan, they're standing by to hear a Gator Bites podcast on the fly. And so we're offering a simple phrase to listeners from 1 to 92, not 93. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas from 1010XL to you. Merry Christmas, Googans. Hope you all have some great gifts under the tree. Hope you understand the joy of the season. Hope you're with your loved ones. We love you. Thanks for listening. And happy holidays.
Fight back. We go on a little run. We were just moving the ball up and down the field.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Zay Jones.
He made a bunch of great plays.
Scored, touchdown, Zay Jones.
You build that over time, that trust in one another.
Jacksonville has taken the lead. Offense, defense, and special teams. Raleigh Patterson has tied the game.
What better way to do it than to walk off?
It is picked off by Rayshawn Jenkins. The Jags are going to win it. Great job, man.
That's just the mindset of this team.
We got another big one Thursday.
Next up, the New York Jets, Thursday night at 8 on 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
This month, the Key Buick GMC received 4.59% up to 72 months on Buick Enclave, Envision, Encore, and Encore GX. The stunning Buick Envision is here, and it's been named the best luxury compact SUV by Consumer Reports, and Key has them in stock now. Key Buick GMC, where every new Buick comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and no dealer markups. We are professional grade. Visit us today, Key Buick GMC, on the corner of Southside and Gate.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Holt Harrell. At Harrell & Harrell, we have the size and resources to take on the largest companies. But we are also the size that we know each and every one of our clients when they call. So call us. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Offices, Jacksonville.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. This message is brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
Hi, I'm Austin Cindric, driver of the number 2 Discount Tire Ford Mustang. Did you know one of the most important keys to success on the track and for safe driving on the road is having the right tire pressure? Properly inflated tires are essential to help you get the best gas mileage and keep you driving safely. Check your tire pressure at least once a month or stop by your local tire retailer for an air check.
A message from the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association.
WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL. 1010XL. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Captain Kevin Favor here, and this holiday save up to $12,000 at Tire Outlet. This December, when you buy a set of Kumho tires from TireOutlet.com, you'll receive a holiday scratch-off with exclusive savings to use through the new year. Don't wait. Visit TireOutlet.com for holiday savings today.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Every time you tee it up, you're trying to go low, trying to perfect the game and the ultimate score. Well, the Golf Club of Southampton invites you to attack those pins and play a track that can meet your challenge. All skill levels, from beginners to scratch golfers. The Golf Club of Southampton has it for you, and the party on the patio, too. Check out their Friday night special menu and music on the patio and under the stars. Call 287-PLAY for a tee time at Southampton and stick around for a little fun after. It's all happening at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Dave Benyon here with Zero Res. Did you know that Zero Res does an excellent job of cleaning commercial carpet? We clean hundreds of businesses and churches all over town. If your carpet is due for a good cleaning, give Zero Res a call. For 1 week only, December 26th through the 31st, we are offering 20% off on all commercial carpet cleaning. We will be glad to come do a free estimate. Give us a call and take advantage of this great deal during the Christmas break. That's 20% off on all commercial carpet cleaning. Zero Res spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
When were the St. Johns River jetties built? The answer next.
There's always a good reason to compare homeowners' insurance rates. You may be paying too much. Protect your home with a Southern Oak insurance policy today.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
Congress approved plans to build the jetties in 1879, and construction was from 1880 to 1885.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours. Save money this holiday season. Buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is here to help you save. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Tired of Zoom meetings? Get out and make those sales calls wearing brand new company polos and give them a logoed pen because everyone loves pens. Hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
It's Christmas, and Tobacco Cove is ready to help you find that special gift.
Pipes, cigars, lighters, and special editions
are all here to put a smile on that special someone.
Lamperger gift packs and seasonal fragrances are here waiting for you.
If you're looking for that special accessory, let us help you find it.
Tobacco Cove, Bay Meadows Road is more than a smoke shop.
It's a Christmas experience.
Online at tobaccocove.com.
Jacksonville's finest pipe and cigar shop since 1972.
Peterbrook Chocolatier is your holiday gift headquarters. Custom gift baskets, popcorn tubs, and chocolate assortments that your staff and your clients will love. There's something for everyone on your list at Peterbrook.
Your neighborhood chocolatier.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The following program was pre-recorded.